Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's reading is a little bit different, as you can tell. This is I wouldn't say one of my first live, I wouldn't, well, not live, but like video pick a card readings. That's like me talking and hands moving, waving, saying hey. Um but this is like one of my first videos like this that I'm going to upload, so get ready for this type of video in the near future. I really truly wanted to start the YouTube channel in this way at first, but timing and everything, I just kind of got caught up in the wanting to get videos out and really starting this channel. So I'm really happy to I have decided, I can't even talk, that I have decided to make this a more interactive reading for you guys. So with that, today's reading is What Are People's First Impression of You, Dating Edition. Now, this was originally an idea from Lakita Bahat. Hopefully I'm saying your name right. I just want to say thank you so much for this idea. Her idea was, what are people's first impressions of you? And I decided to why not make it a dating edition? You know, really get into how people feel about you when they first start dating you, how, just basically like the dating dynamic of how people feel about you, and really getting into the nitty gritty of people's first impressions of you, in a way that I haven't really seen it done before. So thank you so much, Lakita Bahat, for, I would like to say this is like my first collaboration, especially with the viewers. So I just want to say thank you so much for this idea, and helping me with coming up with this type of reading, because I originally wanted to do something completely different, as you can tell from my other videos, something a lot more spontaneous than I have seen when it comes to pick a card readings. But this one, out of all the ideas that I've had, really called out to me, so I decided why not, you know. But yeah, with that, I see that you guys see my little shrine. It says in the back, if you can read it, I'm open to give and receive love. Recently I've been needing a lot of self-love. I've been reading a lot of self-love quotes, self-love advice even, and I decided why not make this shrine, hopefully to be able to give you guys a more loving vibe, I guess, for this reading. And it has the different words that I would like when it comes to love, with compassion, balance, honesty, support, truth, communication, all the things, healing, which is my number one thing when it comes to love, the ability to heal yourself with the love that you give back to yourself. And I feel like that is something that I truly want to be able to embody every single day, especially when I'm doing readings. I want to be able to not only receive love from you guys, but also to give it back, because I'm truly grateful for all of you who ever watched any of my videos. And I just want to say thank you again. And this has been a long time coming, and I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. And with that, whenever you're ready, you guys can choose your piles, and I'll let you know exactly which stone is which. So for pile 1, we have the Peach Moonstone. I recently just got these, so hopefully you guys, enjoy them, because I honestly, when I was picking them out, I really didn't have any idea of which ones. I had a list actually of the ones I was going to buy, but I ended up getting completely different stones. So whatever I felt called to grab, I just grabbed it, and the next thing you know, they're here. So pile 2, we have the Sunstone. And pile 3 is sorry you guys, I drew a blank. This one, hold up, let me actually find the correct name for it before I tell you. This, you guys, is Orpiment Calcite. Now this one is really special to me. It is from Hunan Province, China. Originally, I wasn't too sure about this particular stone, only because it came in several pieces when I bought it. But the more I kept looking at it, the more I was drawn to it. So it's literally one of my favorite stones that I've bought thus far. So yeah, it's truly special to me. um, and with that, I hope you guys were able to choose a pile or piles. And whenever you're ready, I'll see you guys at your reading. Okay, for you guys that chose pile 1, is Peach Moonstone. Let's see what you guys have. You guys have a 7 of Wands, the Hierophant, the 2 of Cups. You can probably hear me smiling in the background. I just really, 2 of Cups energy just really gets me. Page of Swords. Okay. And the Hermit. Okay, let's see, you guys. Let's see. What are people's first impressions when it comes to dating you, pile 1? So let's start with the Hierophant and the 7 of Wands. Okay, so with these 2 cards, I'm feeling as if you guys may be, people's impressions of you feel as if they're, like, I feel like people feel that you're a hard person to get to know. And with the Hierophant card is very much, to me, is a person who has this following, or someone who's very much in the spotlight, or someone who is very unattainable in some way. I feel as if you guys have this energy about you that people have a hard time trying to reach you, and really get into your inner circle. This, with the Hierophant, like this, I'm feeling like you guys have this natural ability to be able to attract things that you want. And people, I feel that they may feel that they have to reach a certain level in order to be considered. Wow. Yeah, they really feel as if they have to meet you at your level in order for you to accept them. And I feel like you guys have either a lot of offers from people, or a lot of people wanting to gain your attention in some way, shape, or form, but you've only allowed certain people in. And you guys are very exclusive. I feel like you're very much an exclusive group. You don't talk to many people. I feel because a lot of people have wanted your time and energy in the past, that you've had this ability to kind of shut yourself off in a way. So people feel that you're unattainable, you're unapproachable, you're like this person that they want to get to know but don't really know exactly how, you know? So very much a person that's very attractive in that sense. So there's very much this exclusive club that people want to get into, but they don't quite know how to gain membership. Like it's very, like, again, very exclusive, I feel, with you guys for pile 1. And then you have the 2 of Cups. So I feel people want to get to know you on a very deep emotional level. But I feel, again, that you guys very much have this closed off persona, and people feel that you're not very much an easy person to get to know. Or people are always trying to gain your attention, I feel. I wish I was picking up from the 7 of Wands, but I feel there may be a particular person in your life right now that is trying to gain your attention. But I feel as if you may be closed off from this person, or you maybe haven't talked to this person yet, or maybe you don't really consider this person to be an option. I'm feeling. Or maybe you've overlooked this person as well. I feel like you guys have standards when it comes to the people that you interact with, and not just the people that you date, but I feel like your friends as well. You're very selective in who you talk to and who you give your time and energy to. So I feel you have to be very much a person who is on guard all the time. So you may not be a type of person to wear your heart on your sleeve. You may have this very much stoic, people feel maybe even an unemotional vibe about you. Like, people don't really feel that you're, I wouldn't say emotionless, but you're not exactly open when it comes to how you feel. And I feel that there's a lot of people who want to get to know you on that level, but people feel that you're not very open when it comes to love, or when it comes to the idea of being with someone. And not to say that you are, but this is the impression that you give off, that you're very much a person who's used to being single. And I'm really picking that up too with the Hermit card here as well. A person who's used to being alone, someone very much a lone wolf, but by choice. It's like you guys are very much content within yourself, and that's the vibe you give off, that you're not looking for love, or you're not looking for anything. I want to say like my fun group, like yeah, I feel like you guys are like always into the idea of something better, something new. So people feel that they can't quite be with you because I feel like it's maybe like the people you date may be a bit insecure when it comes to you, or when it comes to wanting to be with you, because they feel as if maybe if you feel that they aren't good enough, that you will look in other places for love, or look for love somewhere else. So people feel very much wanting to gain your attention, and with this really wanting to exchange cups with you, because you feel very much someone people can get close to, but not in a way that they can get close to you emotionally, if that makes sense. Like, you guys, I feel you can be very open, but at the same time you can be very closed off, especially when it comes to the idea of love, in a way. Like, you guys can be very loving people, but people feel that you're not very much open when it comes to how you give love, and your emotional depth even. And with this Page of Swords, so I feel like for you guys, for this Page of Swords card, there's very much this need to want to know certain things about someone before you hop into a relationship with them, or before you have feelings for them. Like, I feel like the Page of Swords, a page is very adventurous, very open-minded. But with my Swords card here, it's like being able to have these certain messages, this intuitive feelings, really feeling a connection with someone, really having that one-on-one moment with them. And people feel that you guys you give off this impression of being very much a person who wants to get to know someone on a level that's very I want to explain this in a way that's not very vague. But I feel like you guys talk to people. Like, that's what I'm really getting with the Page of Swords. You guys have a tendency to really be open, and really want to be adventurous, and have this happy, lucky, like, just this way about life that's very vibrant, and very much someone who likes to talk to people, and like to understand people, and really be there for people. I feel like with this Page of Swords. But again, with this Hermit card here, people feel that you have a tendency of really going back within yourself, not really like, I want to say, like, you guys have this idea around you that when you're around people, you're very good at being around people. Like, you're very good at the socializing aspect. You're very good at, if someone wants to get to know more about you, you give them enough information to where it's not overloading them. You're giving them just enough to keep them coming back. Like, that's the feeling that I'm getting with you guys. And it's like after that, you kind of retreat back into yourself, and people feel that that's why you're so hard to get to know, because you're not really around in that sense. People feel that you're around just enough to give them just enough to keep them coming back. Like, you give them certain things, and they hear it, and they're just like, okay, this is what this person's all about. And then I feel with the page, you may do something completely different, or you may switch up certain things. And not to say that you guys are not truthful, but I feel like you guys are very much someone who has a way of, you're always changing, you're always evolving. I feel like with the Hierophant card as well, you always have this ability to learn certain things about yourself and about who you are and the people around you. So with the Page of Swords, it's like this person who always has new information about themselves, always learning about themselves, always having this clarity that this easily became a reading about you guys, but I feel like this is also the impression that you give off, that you're always constantly transforming. Your truth is always evolving. Like, like there's a broader version of the truth when it comes to you guys. There is no black and white when it comes to who you are. You're always evolving, you're always changing. And I feel like that's also why people feel that you're hard to get to know, because you're always changing. You're never the same person. People feel like they may have referenced you to be two-faced, but if I'm being honest, I feel like you guys are never the one to stay the same long. Especially if you feel very upset or depressed or down, like, you will have this ability to be able to heal yourself, or really be able to uplift certain parts of yourself that you may not have once recognized. And people feel that you're always changing in that sense, so you're really hard to get to know, and they feel like once they do know you or have an idea of who you can possibly be, you change. And so people feel like they always have to keep up with you. And yeah, it's like this keeping up energy. Like, no one can feel that they're at your level. Like, I feel like that's the vibe that you guys give off. That people feel like they have to constantly keep up with you, otherwise you would lose interest, or you would retreat from this person when it comes to love. I'm actually going to shuffle on camera for the first time for you guys, with some advice from Spirit about how can you go about when it comes to dating. I'm trying to see how can I word this. Advice when it comes to dating. Yes, advice for Power 1 Spirit when it comes to dating. Ooh. Automatically, you guys got a card. Okay. 7 of Cups. Okay, you know what? I was about to shuffle again, but this is self-explanatory. Spirit's advice for you guys. Obviously, the 7 of Cups talks about choices, options, but in this situation, I feel like being very selective in who you date is not a bad thing. I feel like you guys have gotten that down to a T. But I'm really getting a sense that seeing what every single cup has to offer before you make a decision. Like, I feel like you guys are very much a person who has a lot of options. You have a lot of people wanting to get your attention, wanting to be with you, wanting to date you. But I feel that you guys either don't make a decision at all, or you feel that you have so many options that you can't make a decision. So it's either you have half the pile who may retreat, who may feel as if, oh no, I don't want to date, I'm okay, I'm fine, I like being single, which is fine, that's natural. And then you have the other half who wants to date, who wants to be out there, who wants to explore different options, but at the same time feel as if no one is at their level, who feels as if no one can quite match them when it comes to dating. So Spirit's advice is to really address each and every cup that has been given to you thus far. Really see what you want and really coming to terms with not settling for less just to look for love or just to date someone, but to really make sure that they're on that personal level with you that you are looking for. You guys may have been dating for a while, or you may not be dating at the moment. Maybe you're just waiting for that special someone to come, and I feel Spirit is saying that that person for you will come, especially with this Two of Cups card. Like, there's someone who can meet you on that emotional level that you guys are looking for. But to make sure that in a way you have a broader perspective of love than what you've originally been given. You guys may have a preconceived notion of love and dating that haven't served you as well as you thought it had in the past. It may have been ideas of dating when it comes to your upbringing, maybe religious factors, or even when it comes to society, when it comes to rules of dating in society. You guys may have a certain ritual when it comes to dating, and maybe there haven't been a lot of people who meet to your standards, and I feel Spirit is saying that there will be someone for you who can definitely meet you and will definitely be your match when it comes to that. But to make sure that you are literally seeing love from a broader spectrum than what you have been. Because when it comes to love, I feel like there's no definitive right or wrong. You can only love the person the way that you feel you want them to be loved by you. Of course, there's such a thing as the toxicity when it comes to love, being codependent, all that stuff. But I feel for you guys, it's more in just trying to see what's best suited for you, to keep in that mindset of knowing what you want, but at the same time being very open-minded in certain ideas of love. Nothing toxic, of course, but something that's very much broader than what you're used to when it comes to dating. And with that, pile one, that will be the end of your reading. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Hopefully you love this first pick a card reading that I'm doing with live shuffling and hands and all that great stuff. And I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye. Okay. For those of you who chose pile 2, which is the Sunstone. Let's see what we have for you guys. We have the 5 of Pentacles, Judgment, the Page of Wands in reverse, we have the 10 of Wands upright, and then we have the 7 of Pentacles. I'm actually getting called to read this upright. Sorry guys, I was like wondering why my hand's right there. But I will also read it in a reversal as well, because some of you guys may need to hear it in reversal as well, just to get a full range of the reading. So first off, we're going to start off with the 5 of Pentacles and the Judgment card. Sorry, you guys, I'm trying to get a feel for your reading. Because I'm really drawn to this 5 of Pentacles. So, for me, for you guys, when it comes to the 5 of Pentacles, people's first impressions of you when they're dating you is that you're very, I want to say resourceful when it comes to, hmm, I'm trying not to read this individually. I want to read them both together, but I'm so drawn to this Five of Pentacles because I really do feel that as if you guys are very much helpful, very much people who like to be there for other people. And I feel like people felt that you may have been called to remove certain people from your past, or have this sense of not really caring or giving a damn. I really do feel that. Like, okay, yeah, okay, okay, yeah, like, okay. I'm sorry, y'all. Like, I had a moment because this is so me. So I feel that the first impression you give off when you're dating someone is the fact that they feel as if you won't put up with their shit. Like, that's what I'm getting with the Five of Pentacles and the Judgment card. Like, someone can come to you and it's like they're used to doing something habitual. Like, they have this way about them that's very much, they're used to acting a certain way, right? They're used to doing certain things, saying certain things in order for people to get them to do what they want them to do. And the Judgment card is pretty much saying no. You know, it's like that person who's just saying, no, I'm good. Like, if that's how you want to act, that's fine, but just don't do that with me, or you can get away from me and do it somewhere else. Like, that's what I feel the impression people give off when you're dating them. Is that you're very much a no nonsense person. Like, you won't put up with anybody's previous shit. Like, if they had things that they haven't dealt with in a previous relationship, you're not the type of person to coddle them or just have this very much this way about you that's very no nonsense. Like, I don't want to say you guys aren't judgy. You're not, in my opinion. You're very much like, you're like, okay, this is not what I want. You know, if this person is going to bring this into the relationship, I don't want this, then, you know, I'm good. Like, I can literally pass this person up and not think twice about it. Like, I feel people feel that's the impression that you give off. You're very much this person who you can be open to dating, but it's just if someone were to come at you a certain way, you wouldn't stand for it. And that's very much admirable because people may have had a tendency in the past to try to take advantage of you or try to put you in certain situations where you felt as if you had no choice but to help these people. And when it comes to dating, people feel as if you're not for it. You know, you're going to stand your ground no matter what, even if that means being alone, even if that means constantly having to date other people, or just constantly having to date in general. Like, you guys do not mind leaving people behind if you feel that they aren't what they say that they're about. And with that, we have the Page of Wands. Now, first, the Page of Wands was in reverse. So with that current energy that I just said, with the Page of Wands, I was actually thinking about the Knight of Wands. So it goes to tell you, like, you guys have had people in the past who've pretty much felt that they can do or say things and get away with it. And I feel like that may have been the people that you've dated. People who very much feel this need to just say certain things in order to get them to do what you want them to do. And with this Page of Wands energy for you guys, now in reverse, it can mean someone who I feel has a tendency to hold back, so you may not be completely forthcoming with how you feel. I feel more action-based. You may just walk away from this person. You may not even say 2 words to this person. You just disappear on them. Like, but I read it up right for some of you guys because some of you do have a tendency to be more forthcoming with how you feel. So it's a duality. It depends on, I feel like it depends on how you're feeling about this person. If this is a person you've been dating, and they've been treating you the same way for a long period of time, then you become the Page of Wands. You become someone who's very forthcoming, forthright in your actions. You're not the one to hide them. You tell them exactly how it is then and there. Or maybe it's the exact opposite. Maybe you guys are the Page of Wands in reverse. You know, maybe you guys have a tendency to hold back a little bit because you've known this person for so long that you know, like, it's like, okay, I know how this person reacts to certain things, so I'm going to hold certain things back and then walk away. So if I feel like if this is a new relationship, if you're dating someone currently, like, or if you're dating new people, you give off this impression of, I'm gonna not hold back. I'm gonna tell you exactly how I feel, and I don't, I'm gonna be forthright in my actions. If you're not who you say you are, I'm going to leave. Um, I don't feel the need to be there if you're not going to get your act together. Um, you have the Ten of Wands and the Seven of Pentacles. So people feel that you're a very hardworking person, that you maybe put all your time and effort and energy into your work, which is why I feel that I was being called to do the Page of Wands in reverse, upright, because you guys are so energetic. You guys may have this tendency to be hyperactive and just very much a person who's enthusiastic. You may talk with your hands a lot too. Your person has to move around a lot in order to feel stimulated, and I feel people feel as if you put all your time and effort and energy into your work or into things that you're passionate about, so they feel as if you don't quite have time for them or relationships in general, because you're so focused on career, or you're focused on getting to the next level. And I feel like that's the way people feel when it comes to dating. Because for me, with the Ten of Wands and the Seven of Pentacles, especially the Seven of Pentacles, you guys are very hardworking, very much a person who likes to look over their financial successes and where they currently are in their life at the moment. And so with that, people have a tendency of feeling as if your first love is your job, or your career is something that you truly invest in, and it's a part of you, it's an extension of you, and people feel that. You guys have a tendency of putting yourself into your work to the point where you may not have a personality, in a sense, like you are your work and your work is you, vice versa. So people feel that you may be someone who is always on the go, and you're never quite able to talk to this person. Oh, excuse me, you guys. Sorry about that. Okay. That you're not quite able to talk to this person because they're always on the go. They're always moving around. They're never quite sitting still. They're never quite in one place. They're all over the place, and you don't really know how to talk to them because they're always working and they're always focused on work. So you may have a tendency to always be alone, always feeling as if you are alone, because you put so much time and effort into your work. You don't really have time to date, or you feel like you don't have time to date. And I feel like that's because of this energy of feeling as if you've always dated people who weren't who they say they were. Someone who's very much shady or fishy, or just very unavailable even, or someone who says they want one thing and then they change up and do another thing, and then you guys just end up not dating at all because you feel everyone is two-faced, or everyone is unavailable, or everyone says they want one thing and then they do the exact opposite of it. So I feel as if you guys may have had that type of relationship when it comes to dating, and it's really called you guys to put all your effort and focus back into work, back into yourself, back into your accomplishments, your achievements. And people, and I feel like there may have been people who wanted to date you, but they feel as if you date your work more so than actual people. You put all your time and love and effort and energy into working and into improving yourself, I feel. And I feel like that's, again, where all your effort and energy goes into with the Ten of Wands. So very much a person who's on the go. Very hard to get to know at times because they're always working. But very much a person who may be in the public eye. Very much a person who can also be very aloof. You guys may not have known that maybe certain people wanted to date you because you're so focused into work, and you're so focused into the idea of self-improvement and always achieving things, that you may not have felt that there were certain people. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. See, with the Judgment card here, it seems as if everyone is trying to get this angel's attention, and the angel is just kind of looking far away, like into this far away sky, like. And even then, I feel like there's certain people that you felt I wouldn't say were beneath you, but people you may have overlooked in the past that you didn't quite feel were up to par, or again, this energy of feeling as if these were the people that wanted your attention and wanted to give you certain things, but at the same time you weren't interested, or again, they said one thing and then did another, so you're just kind of looking off into the distance, hoping for something better, hoping for someone better. And it's like until then you're putting all your effort into working and into becoming this version of yourself that you feel you are very much content with. So with that, you guys, I'm going to give you, this is not the end of the reading. I want to actually give you a piece of advice from Spirit about how to go about dating, and just a positive message, I feel, or maybe an insightful one when it comes to how you've been approaching dating in general. So let's see. Spirit, can I get some dating advice for pile 2, please? Dating advice for pile 2, please, Spirit. Some dating advice for pile 2, please. Dating advice for pile 2, Spirit. Okay, let's see what came for you guys. Yep, 3 of Wands. Okay, now for me, I can interpret this both ways, but I'm actually feeling called to say that Spirit is, I know, we do not like the word patient or patience, but exactly what Spirit is wanting to say. Be patient. Be very patient in love and dating. Be very patient not only with the process but with yourself. You guys may be recovering from bad dating experiences or previous dating experiences that have been very much maybe even traumatic for some of you guys. So Spirit is saying be very patient with yourself and how you heal and how you choose to heal, which I feel is through your work. Be very patient with yourself when it comes to dating, because you guys may have had a really very, again, traumatic experience when it comes to dating. So be very patient with the process as well as yourself, and know that the person that you are wanting to be a part of your life is most definitely there. Is most definitely having the same energy of waiting for that special person to come along, waiting for someone that'll really not only spark your interest, but to keep you interested, because I feel you guys are very adventurous, very passionate, and not a type of person who wants to stay bored. Not want to be in a boring relationship, which, makes sense. But I feel more so for you guys. So I feel that that person will come, but in due time. Be very, very much patient with the process, you guys. As well as yourself. I'm really feeling called to say yourself. Like, I'm really feeling that this is, Spirit is really wanting to tell me to be very patient with who you are becoming. You guys are going through a transformation period, I'm feeling called to say. Even more so now, because of the things that you've been through when it comes to people in general, not just dating. But I feel like you guys are always wanting to move to the next level, always wanting to transform, always wanting to know more about yourself and really become at this level of contentment where you don't need to look for it in someone else. That was a monologue, but I was really feeling called to say that. But again, I'm really feeling called to say this one more time, you guys. Be patient with yourself. Okay, and with that, I'm going to end your reading right there, pile 2. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this live pick a card reading. And I say live, I mean, it's not, but this is my first time doing this in this way, so I say live, so, whatever. But I hope you guys have a great day, evening, night, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye. Okay. Hello, pile 3. For those of you who chose this calcite. Oh wait, let me give the correct name. I always have to do this. Orpiment calcite. Let's see what you guys have for your reading. The Emperor, the Ace of Swords, the Five of Wands, the High Priestess, and the Fool card. Okay, what I want to start off by saying is that since you guys have this spread, and since it is the Orpiment calcite stone, and I'm only saying this together because you guys have 3 major arcana cards. I was feeling called to say 4, so 4 may be a significant number. 3 major arcana cards. You guys are very magnetic. I just want to start off by saying that very much a magnetic pile. People feel very drawn to you. Oh, so sorry, you guys. I'm not done with the camera. Okay. People feel very drawn to you. You're very magnetic. With 3 major arcanas, I'm really feeling that you guys are very much just very powerful. Like, you give off this energy of feeling very much someone people are very drawn to, and people want to know more about, because you have this, I'm getting that High Priestess energy, this knowing about you, this inner knowing about the world and people around you that people are very drawn to, and they want to get to know more about you and what, your life. And you may have had people come up and ask you weird questions, and you may have had weird encounters with people who want to, just may ask you random questions, or people who just want to know more about you. You may have had people try to come up to you and I'm getting called to say touch you. I hope not, but yeah. Okay. Yeah, maybe people wanted to hug you a lot, or maybe like hold your hand or something. I don't know. Sorry, y'all. I said I don't know because that's like weird. But it does happen. There are energetic pulls and shifts when it comes to people's energies. You do have that. Some people have a magnetic quality about them that people just want to touch. This physical, like really wanting to make sure, like, are you there? Like, I feel like people wanting to touch you a lot because they want to know if you're real. So yeah, you're very ethereal in that sense. Okay. Give you a little prelude before the reading. I don't know, I just felt very called to tell you guys that. So, okay. And with that, we have the Emperor card and the Ace of Swords starting off. So I feel that you guys have the ability to see through people's lies or their truths. It's like people's first impression of you when they're dating you is that they can't lie to you. Like, you guys may have that Emperor stare. Like, people feel as if they can try to pull one over on you, but you have a way of finding out the truth. Again, very much that High Priestess energy. Someone who has that higher knowing, that higher level of self-conscious that maybe not a lot of people, I know a lot of people have not quite reached, either in this lifetime or certain lifetimes, or maybe even several lifetimes. But I feel like for you guys, you are very much in tune with that power, and people are very drawn to it because they want to know how you know about them. Like, you guys may know intimate details about them. You may be very psychic in a sense. You maybe have levels of psychic abilities that you're not aware of. But you're very much a person who can see through someone's lies, like very much someone who's very, like see through. Like you can see through people's ideas of the truth, if that makes sense. Like someone may have a certain truth about themselves, and you're just kind of there to be like, well, that's not true. So I feel that that's people's first impressions of you when they're dating you, is that they can't tell you anything to keep you satisfied. They can't tell you just anything to keep you satisfied. Let me rephrase. Because you guys have a tendency to look through people's lies and have a tendency to clarify and to sort out what's the truth and what's not the truth. So very much a person who is on top of it when it comes to knowing what people lie. You guys may notice, like I'm getting the Emperor, that you guys have this thing about you. You're very observant. You're very much a person who can look through people's souls. Like people feel that you're very like invasive. Like, they feel very much see-through. Again, like you can see through people's shit, basically. And it's very hypnotizing to people because they want to know what you know, or how do you know about them. Like there's just this level of intimacy that not a lot of people experience, and they want to get to know more in that sense, and they're very much drawn to you in that ability. Sorry you guys. I'm just readjusting my camera. But yeah. And with the Five of Wands, I feel like you have a lot of people wanting to get to know you. So there may be people who fight over you, or people who, I'm feeling called to say 5, maybe a significant number. But there's people or groups of people who very much are drawn to you and very much want to get to know you and fighting for your attention. Like when it comes to dating, people are always wanting to be around you, always wanting to know more about you. So you have a lot of people who, again, want to date you because it's like dating someone who is very like worldly. You guys may have this very worldly outlook on life, and people enjoy that. People want to know more about that because you have such a high priestess energy and the Emperor. It's like someone who's very much been they're very much an old soul, someone who knows this world inside and out and has the keys, the secrets, the knowledge that people crave. It's like wanting to know more about the unknown, and you have the answers to it. So people feel like when they're first meeting you, that they want to know more about what you know. I feel like the people that are drawn to you are very much drawn to your knowledge. Like that's what makes you so attractive. So very much that sapiosexual energy, someone who is very much drawn to the idea of someone's intelligence and the ability to hold knowledge and to not only hold it but to keep it within themselves and very much share it with people that they feel are trustworthy enough to share it. And again, with that high priestess energy, I feel very called to say it, to keep talking about it, not just because I have the high priestess as my go-to icon on YouTube, but also just for the sake of saying that you guys are very much intuitive when it comes to these people that you meet. Again, very much someone who can cut through the truth because of the things that you know. And the people that you've met as well, I feel, have a tendency of wanting to be that person that you share your secrets to. Sorry again, you guys. Hold on, let me readjust. Okay. Sorry about that, group 3. Ooh, I'm sorry. Okay. Going back to the reading. But someone who, again, wants to hold all the keys to your knowledge, wants to truly know you from the inside out, and want to be one of those close-knit people that you share your knowledge to. And with the Fool card, with the Fool card, I feel that you guys are very much into the idea of the unknown. And I feel people, when their first impressions of you when it comes to dating, is that you are very much open-minded to the idea of getting to know people. And people feel like that is, again, this is someone's impression of you guys. You don't have to truly be this person, but people feel as if you are this person who is very much open-minded to the idea of certain ideologies about dating, or certain ideas when it comes to dating, certain values and beliefs when it comes to dating. You're very open in that sense, and people feel that is very attractive, because you are not a person who is set in a certain way of believing dating should be done, if that makes sense. Like, some people feel like, okay, we do this on the first date, and on the second date we do this, and on the third date. I feel like for you guys it's more open-minded than that. You feel as if whatever happens because you have that inner knowing, because you have that ability to be very open-minded to the idea of knowledge and human beings, and people functioning on different levels when it comes to dating, and not everyone dates the same. Basically, again, having that mindset and of being very open-minded to dating and the ideas of what dating could be. If you just allow things to flow, you're very much someone who I feel is in that flowy energy, and that's the impression that you give off, that you're very much a person that goes with the flow, because you have this inner knowing. You have this ability to truly know certain things about people, about dating, about relationships, to where you are very much just outgoing person. Maybe so much not outgoing, but open-minded. You may have an outgoing personality that people perceive it. Oh, okay, I get it. You guys have this open-minded personality that people perceive as outgoing, So it's like someone who can go out and have fun, but at the same time still be home at 10 or 9. Like, again, there's very much this duality about you that people want to get to know more about, really want to get to know more about what you know and your knowledge, and how you're able to see through them in a way. So let's get some dating advice from Spirit. So Spirit, let me get some dating advice for Power 3, please. Some dating advice for Power 3, Spirit. Dating advice for Power 3. Ooh. Let's see. Oh. Sorry, you guys, I'm gonna put the deck in front of the camera. Reverse. Okay. So 9 of Wands. I'm going to read this one in reverse. 9 of Swords. Ooh, oh, hard to say 9 of Wands. Wow. So, Spirit's advice for you guys. I'll read this upright, Okay, Spirit is definitely telling me to read this one in reverse, so this is most definitely a clear message for you guys out here. To not be discouraged with the people that you've met, or the truths that you've come into contact with. I feel like there may have been some truths about dating that may have discouraged you guys from dating, or may have discouraged you guys from certain people when it comes to dating. Like, maybe you guys now have a certain type of person you want to date, and how a person has to act, and how this person has to behave, and things like that. And Spirit is calling you guys to not be so discouraged about the people that you've met, that not everyone you've dated, or not everyone that you will date, are the same. Be very, still much so, in this open-minded energy, because you are the High Priestess. Remember, you have this inner knowing when it comes to dating, when it comes to life in general, because the High Priestess to me also talks about wisdom. You guys have that wisdom about life, about um, anything about people, about career. You have that mindset already, and Spirit is calling to tell you that use that when it comes to love. Your judgment is not meant to be questioned, because you have this inner knowing, you have that intuitive feeling about people, about things, places. Allow yourself to still be open when it comes to love, and when it comes to the idea of love, and to not be so discouraged about the people that you've met thus far, or about the people that have opened up certain truths about themselves to you that have discouraged you from dating and wanting to meet people, because you guys are the high priestess. You're very much a person who is very magnetic, and people are drawn to you, and people are going to want to be around you and want to date you, because you're so, again, so very much magnetic, and people have this trance-like notion when it comes to you. So you are going to attract people towards you. But Spirit is saying that use your intuition when it comes to who you want to remain in your life, who you want to date, who you want to be around, whether that's either in dating or friendships, maybe even career, for some of you guys. Because everyone isn't the same. Not everyone will treat you the way people have treated you in the past, that have discouraged you from maybe even people in general, or dating in general. Because again, not everyone's the same. Not everyone loves the same, not everyone dates the same. So Spirit is saying to still keep an open mind when it comes to dating, to still be that person who is very much so in love with the idea of love, because you have the intuition to guide you. So be very much open-minded to that. And with that, you guys, I'm going to end your reading there. So sorry for the camera, just keep, falling and stuff like that, but hopefully you guys got something out of this message. Again, keep your head up, you guys. I really do feel as if that person is going to be, that you're looking for is going to be out there for you, because again, I feel everyone has that person that is there. Everyone is meant for our spiritual growth, and we may not see it at a time, because again, love can be very intricate and sometimes even painful, and not the idea of someone loving you, but if you loving someone who may have hurt you, can be very painful and can be very traumatic for some, to some extent, even for some of you guys. So rest, I'm getting as well to call out to say to you guys to very much be very patient, and be very patient. That person that you're looking for will come to you on their own. You don't have to look, you don't have to search. They will most definitely come when the right time is there. It's all about timing. I'm really feeling called to tell you guys that as well. Timing is very important when it comes to love. Love will always find you, and love always comes in the most unexpected ways. And I feel called to say all that. Okay, now I'm ending your reading, okay? Thank you guys so much for joining me. And again, sorry for the camera falling. Most definitely will do a better setup than what I just gave you guys. But again, this is my first on-camera read, so hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for joining me, and thank you so much to Lakita Bahat for collaborating with me, I would like to say. And hope have a great day, evening, night, whenever time you guys are watching this, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye.